What's up, YouTube? I'm King Moon Cricket. Welcome back to home. Not a lot of scary stuff has been happening. I know that the last couple of videos for this were confusing because I put part one of part two and part two of part two. Yeah, it was kind of confusing. I understand that, but I had walked past something very peculiar here. I checked everything else out. I sort of just like walked past this ladder here, so I didn't know that it was there at first. An old ladder leading up to an ancient water tower. The ladder needed to be extended so I could climb it. Did I extend it? Of course we did. I popped the latch and brought the ladder down. I sort of just missed that. Oh, wow, this water tower does not look like it's in the best. What is that? It's a patch of smeared dirt and grass. There was a beat up old wallet. I thought it was mine. Did I take it? Yeah. I slid the filthy wallet into my back pocket. I noticed it didn't contain any kind of gun permit. In fact, it didn't contain any cards or ID of any kind. I thought I should recover my credit card and driver's license at least. Did I put this here? Or did I put this up here? Or was somebody else carrying it? Somebody else was carrying it. From the railing, I could see over the woods and down to the sewer, to the entrance to the sewers. Had I come through here before? If I did, someone definitely could have seen me. It was getting cool up there. I shivered with an uneasy sense of what was to come. How did I get home from here? I have no clue how to get anywhere from anywhere. Goddamn game. Did you use those eyes? Fuck, man. I tried the little key I had fished out of the murky puddle in the sewers. It fit. I heaved open the door, the rusty door. That was the key that I found over by the, yeah. Wind was picking up. The night air had become strangely chilly. That is weird. And then there's the train station. The old train station. Let me rephrase that. The old train station. A lot of chairs being flipped over and whatnot. And then, we read all of that already. I was just trying to speed through it. It saves at various points, so I can't really tell when it's gonna be saving and whatnot. There's the map. And then there's this place. I'm just trying to speed back through everything that we went to so I can get to the parts that really matter. Well, not that really matter. You know, the whole game matters. It's just a matter of the fact that we've been through this already, so, we don't necessarily need to go through it again. There's so many eyes over there. That's like the creepiest thing I've ever seen. It's legit like somebody is standing there looking at you. I might have to rebury those girls again. Yeah, definitely. trampled in the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. I brushed it off and was surprised to see it was my credit card. I wasn't sure if it was still usable, but it was mine. Did I take back my credit card? Of course. Hopefully I can find my driver's license too. Of course you can find your way around, but you know, it's difficult. It'll be difficult knowing that few embers. Just double check, you know. Just to double check a few certain things. My controller just vibrated like somebody's watching me. A notebook. Of course I read it. Rachel's in there. Yeah, Rachel. Rachel's the bae. We gotta find out where a bae is. The bae might be dead, but you know. It's worth a shot to try and find the bae. And we came back to the third one. What? Oh yeah. I was gonna say what? I've never been here before, but we have in the last episode. Or the last part, I'm sorry. I mean, I already crossed the river and whatnot, but you know. Sometimes you gotta put the light up, just in case you're missing some things. The sign was the same as the first one I had seen. This must have been the exit to the other side of the woods. I had finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Now we're making progress. Through the dense trees, I could finally start to see some light. I must have been at the edge of the forest, though I wasn't sure where the path would lead me. I could almost feel the cryptic notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it could mean. Where were the campers who abandoned their site? Would I meet them too? Though the path ahead was much less dense, I still felt guarded and wary. Who knew what was ahead? Well, I know who knew. The creator of this game. That's who knew. What? Wait a minute. This is very ominous here. Nice little backdrop, though. I like that. You know, just gotta flick the flashlight up a few times just in case. Don't want to miss anything. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist for all those years. The plant had closed almost 3 years ago now. Times were better then. I thought I could hear a faint rustling behind me. Maybe it was just the wind. No, you better double check. You better go back. We don't try. Whoa, okay. That is a giant hole in the fence. Whoa, okay, no, okay. I found the body of a security guard just doing his job, no doubt. His face was covered with blood from some kind of head wound. I wondered, was this flashlight his? I saw the blunt wound on the guard's head and looked again at the flashlight I was carrying. Oh no, please. What is that? Dug into the ground was a cracked old watch. First my wallet, and now this. Did I retrieve my watch? Yeah. The watch was useless, but I put it on my wrist anyway. I wish I could remember why was all my stuff missing. This is really intense now. Like, after we came through that forest, everything got better. Oh, what was that? Somebody's in here. One of these lockers hung open. Its contents were tossed around like someone had been looking for something. Old work clothes had been picked through, and a few photos and notes had been ripped off the door and spread around. There was a large power box with 5 lights on it. Cables burst out of the box, snaking off to other parts of the factory. The metal was starting to wear and cobwebs had collected on the corners. Box wasn't receiving any power. It didn't look like the power was on yet. So the door was locked shut and there was a little electronic box under the handle. A sign was pasted to the front that said, "Closed for repairs." The door was locked tight. It seemed to be connected to the power box beside it. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotted. I noticed the old bulletin board on the wall. Well, let me go look at it. The board contained yellowed clippings of newspaper cartoons and notices. There were notes to and from the guys that worked here. One of them was to Norman, who was one of the older guys on the line. Norman took over a general store after the factory closed. He, Rachel, and I would get lunch every now and then. Rachel liked him because he seemed more positive despite the setback. I don't think I can say the same about me. Rachel's probably the killer then, so she probably left you for that dude. Our old break table, the layer of dust and grime only made seeing this sting more. It looked like some beer bottles had been used on the table recently. I wondered, was that guard using this as a break room of his own? Could have been, you never know. Could have been having parties here after it, closed down. The open locker was stuffed with dirty work clothes and old boots. There was a photo of a woman taped to the inside, but it was scratched out. The face was unrecognizable. That woman's photo, I knew I had to get back to Rachel to find out what happened. Of course, we got to get back to Rachel. My power panel looked like it was shut off. Did I push the switch? Another one, yeah. Yeah, some of these puzzles are a little interesting. It was shut tight. There was a little rusty car slot on the side. So I might have to go upstairs. Unfortunately, let's go for a little bit longer. I got enough time. Let's not worry the people. Oh, there's a boarded up door, huh? Hastily boarded up. Okay. Yeah, this was Norman's locker. The door was dented like someone had punched it. I don't remember him doing that when we worked there. My head ached and I recalled the last time Norman, Rachel, and I all had lunch together. Rachel seemed so more at ease when we all hung out. Maybe because she doesn't like you. A utility shelf crammed with mismatched tools and items. There was a claw hammer on the shelf. Did I take the hammer? Yeah, I took the hammer. I noticed it wasn't as dusty as the rest of the tools on the shelf. Being useful and productive in this plant, that was all I ever wanted. When the factory closed, everything got worse. Well, let's end the episode here. That is all the time I have for this episode, I mean. Thanks everybody so much for watching this video. I'll see you all in the next video. Later.